Your smiling face, you're not enough, but everything's okay.
Real Girlfriends Across America is on Patreon. Please follow us at patreon.com/Real Girlfriends Across America. We strive to bring good content and we appreciate every show of support. Your donation could make a world of difference. Thank you for listening and all that you do. Hello, this is Karen, and here is today's new trending news story. The Ellen DeGeneres Show is under internal investigation by Warner Media following a series of allegations of racism, workplace intimidation, and other mistreatment made by employees of the popular daytime talk show. A person familiar with the situation confirmed to NPR on Tuesday that Warner Media has begun an investigation into complaints of toxic workplace behavior behind the scene at the show. Variety has reported on Monday that the internal investigation is underway. Now that's it for today's trending news story. Now back to you. All right, everyone, welcome back. We are back from the break on the other side of the interview with FiFi, and I am here with all the ladies. So, before we get started, how are you guys? How is everyone?
Well,
doing well.
good.
Thank you for the interview.
Yeah. So, I had an awesome interview, as you heard, and I want to play a short clip, a 50-second clip of the song that she dropped before we get started discussing. Do you guys mind?
Please do, because I could barely hear her when she was singing. Go for it.
All right. So there you go. That's just a 50-second clip of the new single that FiFi dropped. I found her, like I said, on Facebook, and from there followed her on TikTok, where I was able to get in touch with her and invite her onto the show. And this woman is pretty incredible. She has her hands into a lot of things, and she had a lot to say about just, the process that she did with music and trying to get her business off of the ground. And I just wanted to check in with you guys. Like, what were your thoughts on the interview and her music and just in general?
So this is Annie. Tawanda, I'm thinking you're out there, and I'm thinking that she must have the influence of Mary J. Blige in there a little bit, right?
I wouldn't be surprised if she did. She's pretty much in our age range, and we all grew up with Mary J. Blige. So I would not doubt that would be the case.
Sweet.
From what I could hear when you played the second chorus, it sounded like she had a lovely voice.
Yeah, she has a lot of R&B influence, and one of the things that I really liked was the fact that she wasn't afraid to just put her music out on pretty much every single platform, not just Facebook, but TikTok, Instagram. I mean, she put her music everywhere, YouTube. And one of the things that I thought was really interesting, especially when we look at it from a business perspective, is
she showed fearlessness, right? Like she said that she wasn't afraid to just go out there and talk to anybody that she needs to get her stuff out there. And so I want to talk a little bit about that fearlessness. Like what things do you guys have, or just goals or products or ideas or dreams do you guys have that you could use a little bit of fearlessness in?
Well, this is Annie. I'm gonna go ahead and talk because I learned the lesson in the past few years that I can't be fearful of anything. Don't get me wrong. I'm scared sometimes when I approach situations, but when it comes down to it, failure is what's going to allow us to succeed because we learn from those mistakes. And I think it's pretty wonderful, despite the fact that I remember the good old days when you had to pull over to a phone and use it like a standing phone that you had to put a quarter into and call people, or you'd go look in the white pages and the one page you needed was missing, or the maps that were actually printed out, and that's the only way you get around the United States. I don't miss those days at all, but I live those days, and the fact that social media lets us explore and put ourselves out there is pretty amazing. And I think that being unfearful of that is the only way we're going to get out there. There are so many people out there. You may not be everybody's flavor, but you are surely at least some people's flavor.
Right. And I just think also that to develop fearlessness for some people is super easy, but for other people it's really, really difficult. And I just, what kind of ideas do you have for people who struggle with fearlessness and just putting themselves out there? Corinne, do you want to speak on that?
I think that if it's something that you really want to do, then you just have to really just put your fears aside and just go after it, because no one's going to achieve your goal and your dreams for you. You have to do it yourself.
Right. Tawanda, do you have any thoughts on that?
I really disagree with what Corinne and Annie just said. And just to give you an example, I've had a lot of different things in life that I've really wanted to do that I was super excited and passionate about. And I probably talked about it on a couple of different calls, but even when I first started one of my companies working with prisons and families, over the last 10 years almost, I've had a lot of different people come and say, hey, I want to help, I want to be down, I want to do this, I want to do that. And I was super excited because, it was something I really wanted to do, and I really wanted help to be able to reach the goal and kind of how I wanted to. And for years and years and years, people will kind of come after 6 months or a year or two, they'll just kind of get missing, do something different, et cetera. And I had to learn that if I really wanted it, then I can't let someone else dictate what the results are going to be. So you have to know what you want, identify the steps of how you're going to actually get it, and position yourself to get it. And then when things don't work how you really want it, sometimes you have to go back to the table, reposition yourself, refigure out how you're going to do it. But if you want it, it's worth it, and you're going to have to put in the sweat, blood, and tears to be able to get it.
Yeah, I totally
Did I lose you?
Yeah,
okay.
I totally agree. This is the, I totally agree with you. If you want something, then you'll push beyond whatever it is that you need to do to get it. So that makes sense to me.
Absolutely.
Hey, are we on
Absolutely.
R-rated? Because have you guys ever heard that anagram? Fear either means fuck everything and run, or face everything and rise. And so when I heard that, I decided that I wanted to face everything and rise as opposed to run away.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. Because you have to face your fear. You can't just run away from it.
Absolutely. I say this all the time. Somebody says, someone who has never failed, and I'll show you someone who has never tried. We only live once in life, so we got to get it done if we really want it, point blank, period.
Exactly. Do you guys have any other opinions about how the interview went with FiFi?
Yeah, I think that she was pretty amazing. I think that it's great when people can stand up and fight for themselves and fight for what they want in life. Because, this comes back to what I always talk about having the right people surrounding you. Because my whole life I was always told that that I was okay, I was good at things, but I was never enough to beat everybody else. And so I never even, it's not that I didn't try, because I still did try for the things that thought I could succeed enough in, but I didn't even know that I was a painter until 2 years ago. I'm 44 years old, and I had my first exhibits in painting last year, and I did not know that I could paint until after I broke my back. So I think that taught me a big story that, like, if you want to try something or you think that you're not good at it, try it anyways, because even if you're not good at it, there's plenty of other things you can try, right?
Right.
Mhm.
It's always a trial and error of things, like in life. Like there's things that like you may want to do, but you may not know like the best approach to do it. So it's like, you know, try and error until you get it right.
Absolutely.
But I think we're going to end the show with that note. I'm sorry, Annie, you had something to add?
I was just saying, you know, it's kind of ironic because I always used to make the joke that I couldn't even draw a stick figure straight, and then comes to find out that I'm actually a pretty good artist. So, you know, don't doubt yourself, right? That's the biggest thing. Don't ever doubt yourself and go for the gold.
Yeah, I totally agree with that as well. You should never doubt yourself because you should be your biggest supporter. And unless you ladies, lovely ladies, have anything else to say, we can end the show. And I know we'll be back tomorrow with another topic. I'll actually be hosting tomorrow. So tomorrow our topic will actually be about different beauty trends for different cultures. So that's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm excited. And then, you know, next month we have our season 2, so we're going to be announcing that very shortly. So I'm excited for that.
Sounds like a winner.
Yes. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to have everyone hold for the outro. But until tomorrow, we hope that you guys have a great night.
Same to you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to yet another episode of The Real Girlfriends Across America. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. We're here Sunday through Thursday at 9 p.m. EDT time or 6 p.m. PDT time. Make sure you tune in on all of our platforms, and that's anywhere where podcasts are being played. Make sure you visit us at www.realgirlfriend.org or on Instagram at realgirlfriend7, that's the number 7, Twitter at realgirlfriend7, or on our Facebook page at Real Girlfriends Across America. We can't wait to chat with you next, and until next time, have a great and awesome day.